I was convinced that the final, devastating blow for Toys R Us came in 2017 with that shocking bankruptcy filing. I remember seeing the headlines. An $11 billion company gone. 33,000 jobs lost overnight. Then there was that heartbreaking image of Jeffrey the giraffe, suitcase in hand, waving goodbye to an empty store. A truly gut-wrenching moment. But in reality, the first critical error that set this iconic brand on a path to ruin happened years earlier, in a boardroom decision that seemed brilliant at the time. When Toys R Us handed the keys to its entire online kingdom to Amazon, it signed its own death warrant. That partnership was the beginning of a long, slow decline. Today, we look at that moment and see it as the first of many missteps. But at the time, few understood the gravity of that choice. The story of Toys R Us began with a visionary named Charles Lazarus. In 1948, returning from World War II, he started a baby furniture store, but he quickly realized a profound truth. Parents might buy a crib once, but they buy toys over and over again. He created the first toy supermarket, a revolutionary concept of stacking shelves high with every toy imaginable. Through the 1980s and 90s, this model was unstoppable. Toys R Us became a magical place for children and a retail juggernaut, capturing a staggering 25% of the entire US toy market. It was the undisputed king, a cultural icon synonymous with childhood joy. But as the new millennium dawned, the company started ignoring critical warning signs. The rise of the internet was changing everything, and Toys R Us made a catastrophic decision in the year 2000. It signed a 10-year exclusive deal to have Amazon run its e-commerce operations. The thinking was simple. Let the tech nerds handle the website while we focus on our stores. But they had just outsourced their most important future competency to their biggest emerging competitor. While Amazon learned everything about the toy business, what sold, when it sold, and to whom, the in-store experience at Toys R Us was visibly declining. The stores felt dated and messy compared to the bright, clean, and convenient toy aisles at competitors like Target and Walmart. The truly critical moment, the point of no return, arrived in 2005. A consortium of private equity firms, including KKR, Bain Capital, and Vornado Realty Trust, took the company private in a leveraged buyout. This deal saddled Toys R Us with an astronomical $5.3 billion in debt. To service this debt, the company was forced to pay over $400 million a year in interest alone. This wasn't money for innovation, for renovating stores, or for building a modern e-commerce platform. It was a massive financial weight that crushed any possibility of adapting to a changing retail world. Every dollar of profit was siphoned off to Wall Street, leaving nothing to invest in the future. The company was now a zombie, alive in name but financially dead. The inevitable collapse came in September 2017. The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, hoping to reorganize, but the damage was too deep. Suppliers, spooked by the news, demanded cash up front for holiday inventory. The shelves, which should have been overflowing with toys for Christmas, were shockingly bare. It was a fatal blow. The brand that was built on the magic of the holiday season couldn't even stock its stores for Christmas. The sight of panicked parents and heartbroken employees losing their jobs right before the holidays was the tragic final act. By March 2018, the decision was made: liquidation. All stores would close and the king of toys was officially dead. The fall of Toys R Us offers powerful, painful lessons. It shows us how crippling debt can kill even the most beloved brands, strangling innovation and making it impossible to compete. It's a stark reminder to never ever outsource your core competency, especially to a potential rival. We also learned that in the age of e-commerce, physical retail stores cannot just be warehouses. They need to offer an experience, a touch of magic that you can't get online. And perhaps most importantly, it stands as a cautionary tale about the dangers of private equity buyouts, where financial engineering often takes precedence over the long-term health of a company. I'll tell you more about how that buyout was structured, because the devil was truly in the details. The CEO at the time, David Brandon, tried to sound a hopeful note during the bankruptcy, but the workers on the ground knew the truth. They saw the end coming long before the official announcement.